It's a pleasure to be with you. And now, household names, I believe, Jay Culligan and Matt Nadal of the Charlottesville MMA Institute off Berkmar Drive. Catch David Morse's institution today. An excellent way to get to know a sport that's absolutely growing in popularity. These fellas are getting me into the sport, and very quickly we'll cover Ultimate Fighter. And Matt, you know, we were talking off air. I was watching big dudes play beach volleyball. I thought Rampage was going to get in a rumble, literally on the sand. There was a lot going on. Kimbo's banged up. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, it is. It was a good show. I thought it was very entertaining. You know, the fight, it was kind of disappointing. I wanted John Madsen to win just because I love the Hughes camp. You know, he fights out of the hit squad in Granite City, Illinois. He didn't win it. I think he should have won it, but he gassed out. That's what happens when you get to those really heavyweight fighters. They gas pretty fast.
And when Brendan Schaub grabs the fence, what do you say, 6, 8, 10 times?
Yeah.
Got warned a couple of times. Probably should have lost a point.
Exactly. He's a wrestler, and he kept stopping the takedown by grabbing the fence.
Grabbing the fence.
That's illegal, you know. And it caused him to gas. So.
But nice performance out of Schaub. Nice straight right hand, but still.
Nice performance if you like cheating.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was very nice TV. I was watching it. I was staying sticky through the commercial breaks. I had a good time watching, fellas.
Yeah.
I had a good time watching UFC 105 too, Matt. And a lot we want to talk about from there.
UFC 105 was great. Brandon Vera versus Couture. I'm so happy that Couture won. Again, he's a juggernaut of the sport, and I was happy to see him pull it off. A lot of people who are just getting into the sport really didn't understand a lot of Randy's style. It's called dirty boxing. He'll take you, pin you up against the fence, and it just wears you out. You trying to push him off of him, and he'll sneak in shots when you're up against his fence. It's called dirty boxing. He's the king at it, and it was really nice to see Randy back doing that.
And control Brandon Vera, great game plan. Took some shots from Brandon Vera. Took a couple of rib kicks that almost finished the fight. Oh, it was close.
Exactly.
But yeah, Randy Couture, that's one of the things. There's certain athletes in all sports that you cannot prepare for. You're not ready for their speed. You're not ready for their strength. Couture's one of those guys. People are not prepared, no matter how hard they work, for how freakishly strong Randy Couture is when he gets him against the fence.
And you know, gentlemen, what I was so impressed with is at his age to be competing at the level that he's at. I mean, he's 46 years old, going in against a guy that was not quite half his age, but darn close to half his age, and he pins him against the fence the entire time, wears him down with his elbows. Yep. I was impressed at that age that he could perform at that level.
And Brandon Vera, world-class fighter in his own right.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best fighters in the world, definitely. But I think a big part of it also is that Randy Couture is dropping back down from heavyweight to light heavyweight.
Good point.
And that puts him with a lighter level fighter that he can control much.
But Brock Lesnar, very sick. I would love to see Randy take another shot at the heavyweight.
Yeah, there's rumors about Brock Lesnar not even fighting again.
Maybe never again.
And so we'll see what happens with that. You know,
he's got a virus, right?
Yeah. He was in UFC. He was supposed to fight in UFC 106. It's airing tomorrow. He was going to fight in UFC 108, and even that's been postponed now. So we'll see what happens with Brock.
We'll get to UFC 106, and I'll tell you what. And Matt brought up a great point here. One of the geniuses, Dana White, he's going to air a lot of the prelim fights on Spike TV. So someone that might not be able to afford the pay-per-view package can watch the prelims on television in their home. It's going to only grow the sport in popularity, Matt.
That's exactly right. And I'm really excited about this because I'm actually looking forward to one of the prelim fights more. Brian Foster, and I'm so excited I just forgot the name. Brian Foster.
But that's something else.
Brock Larson. Brock Larson. Brock Larson was a huge name in the WEC for a long time. Brian Foster is a new and up-and-coming fighter out of the Hughes camp. Both explosive fighters. Both coming off a loss and have a lot to prove. And so I'm looking forward to watching them on Spike at 9 o'clock.
And hungry guys, you know, who are up-and-coming, have a lot to prove, fighting on the preliminary card. This is their chance. You're going to see very motivated fighters.
And, you know, speaking of hungry guys, gentlemen, we're going to have a tremendous event going on at the Expo Land tonight. And I'll tell you what, David Morrison, again, his gym off Berkmar Drive. Call him today, 434-975-MMAI. You see the information on screen. He's got 4 of his fighters from the Charlottesville MMA Institute, Matt. Tone the tape tonight at the Expo Land. I'm going to be there, and I'm pretty stoked about this, man.
Jerry, you're going to have a great time. I tell you what, the MMAI fighters are going to show up. They're going to be prepared. In my opinion, they make the show. I'm really looking forward to Adrian Yarborough's fight. He always puts on an explosive show. If the guy comes up prepared, it's a great show. If not, he'll devour them within the first round. Yeah. And I'm also looking forward to Austin Blakely fighting.
Austin Blakely, crazy strong, amazing athlete.
Yeah.
Ray Cadell, whose self-defined style is cardio. There is no quit in Ray Cadell. And Lucas Wright, who we had on the show a couple of weeks ago. Lucas dropping down to 185, former Marine, tough. We've never seen Lucas pushed in the ring so far. Maybe we'll see it this time.
And you know, it's at the Expo Land, folks, a great opportunity for you to learn the sport at the amateur level and really get your introduction to a sport that I'm really starting to get into here. Adrian Yarbrough, very quickly, Matt, a title fight for him.
Yeah, this is what you fight for. This is what you train for. You know, to get that title, to show that you're the best of the best in that promotion. And this is it. And he'll take it.
Great stuff from Matt and Jay. I'll tell you what, they cover it well. Jake McClain covers the sport very well. And I'll tell you, he's got Julia Ho standing next to him for the move of the week. Thanks to the Charlottesville MMA Institute. Jake McClain, this show is yours, my friend.
Thanks, Jerry. Here with Julia, and she was here a couple weeks back, and we did a ground move for women's self-defense, and today we're doing one on the feet. But before we get started, I do want to say something pretty serious, and that's this. I think the best altercation is the one you leave behind. You know, do what you can in a short amount of time and get out, especially if you're being attacked. So when the video cues up, you're going to talk to us about, you know, exactly what you did here. It's happened when I grabbed your hair and you pulled me down to talk about it.
Basically, you need to make sure that you control the arm by grabbing behind it and then control the head and pull the person down to your knee, and then you kick them in the head and make sure that you just flee out of that situation by pushing them away,
right,
and running off.
And that's what you're doing there. When you push me, it's just so you can get out, right? Because, I mean, I'm a little bit bigger than you, just like a lot of men can be. It's going to be really difficult for you to continue an assault on me. It's just there and to get out, and that's the defense. So that's the idea, right?
Yes, that is what you can do for the time being, and then you just get yourself in a better situation, and that would be to get away in that situation.
Well, thank you very much, Julian. It's back to you, Jerry.
Jake, thank you very much, folks. And I'll tell you what, you guys did an excellent job today. And again, the Expo Land tonight, Brawl in the Cage 6. A lot of the gentlemen from the Charlottesville MMA Institute going to be there. We're going to be there as well. We'll cover it next week on the Jerry Miller Show. Coming up, we dot the I's and cross the T's with some men's soccer and some NASCAR. I'm back in 2 minutes. Stay tuned, folks.
This is where we fight. We fight. This is where we spread.
This is where we work it out.
We fight. We fight. This is where we make it happen.
Shopping with credit cards is very convenient until the bills come and the